Coded 12 092024.
The moments after a setback, after a loss, are often clouded by very dangerous emotions. Embarrassment is probably the greatest of those that you will be infected with. Today, I wanted to talk about overcoming setbacks and defeats. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to Endure, Believe, Rise. I hope this message reaches you in good energy. I hope you and your loved ones are in good health. So, we have a fabulous quote here today. So, let's get into it. Quote of the day: in the wake of defeat, being stricken with embarrassment, it's hard not to succumb to the darkness and negative thoughts. However, I must remind myself, if I do, rectification and reascension will be impossible. This is your moment to prove you are who you say you are. The Catalyst, Song of the Day, Allure by Jay-Z. So, being 100% honest, being as transparent as possible, this is a quote that I wrote when I have recently faced with a setback. And it was really even more than a setback, it was defeat. I had a situation that I didn't handle well. And even now, thinking about it, just getting that sentence out as it rolls off my tongue, it still stings that I wasn't prepared for that moment, that I wasn't prepared in that moment, that I let that situation bring that out of me. Monday morning quarterback is a real thing. And for those of you who don't know what that means, it basically implies it's a football reference. The big game is on Sunday. And then you look back on what you could have done better Monday. In hindsight is 2020. So Monday morning quarterback, people say you should have done this. Why didn't you try that? Why didn't you go here? Why didn't you do this, right? And when we look back, as I just said, hindsight is 2020. It's always easier to say, I should have, could have, would have, right? It's always easier to look back and say, this is what we were supposed to do because we're looking into the past. But when you are in a moment, it is a lot harder, a lot more difficult if you have not trained yourself to be prepared for that moment, if you're not training yourself to respond instead of react. Your feelings can get the best of you. But the moment is over. It's gone. We cannot travel back in time and do things differently. What we can do, however, is move forward responsibly. We can take accountability and learn from our mistakes. See, the thing is, right after a defeat, an embarrassing defeat as it was, a humiliating defeat as it was, you will be stricken with emotions, sadness, of depression, of doubt. These emotions are easy to succumb to. It is easy to come into the darkness and say, all that I've worked for, I just threw it away. It is easy to let the negative thoughts come in and say that I just ruined my reputation or I just destroyed the foundation which I was trying to build upon. That is a very easy thing to do. And it is, by all means, it is your right to do it if you choose to. However, if you decide to let this be your defining moment, if you decide to say that you're going to let this take hold of you, then rectification of said event will be impossible. It will be impossible for you to right your wrongs or to prove that you are greater than this moment if you decide to let the darkness infect you. If you decide to succumb to these negative emotions, then reascension will be impossible. It'll be impossible for you to climb back up on that cliff which you just fell from. See, the thing you have to remind yourself, that I have to remind myself in this moment of doubt, of embarrassment, of defeat, of setback, is that everyone has faced this before. Whether it be a new mistake or one that you've made several times, people have been here before. And people will be here again. But you have to decide if this is where you're going to stay. And I have decided that it's not where I'm going to stay. I'm going to do whatever it takes to prove that I'm bigger than this moment. I'm going to do whatever it takes to prove that I've learned from this moment. I am going to do whatever it takes to prove that I am not defined by this moment. And so must you. Yes, it is embarrassing. Yes, it is humbling, humiliating. Yes, it is depressing and sad. But at the same time, now you have an opportunity. Now you get to prove that yes, I make mistakes, but yes, I own them. Now you get to prove that yes, I make mistakes, but yes, I learn from them. Now you get to prove that yes, setbacks are going to come, but they're not going to stop me. Now is your time to take hold of the next moment. That was a moment in your life. And everything is a moment in your life. And this could be a good moment or a bad moment, but this is only a moment. And now you're going to get another moment after that. And you get to make it better than the last. But you have to get through this moment. And you have to take what you learned from the last moment into this one. Now is your time to prove you are who you say you are. So show them. Show them the fire that is in your belly. Show them the lightning that resides in your soul. Show them. Show them that yes, you are passionate, determined, and willing to sacrifice for the goals that you want. All right, guys. I need you to take care of yourselves. Please, be kind to one another. Keep me in your prayers. I'll forever keep you in mind. Endure, believe, rise.